Alright, hello everybody. Got paired again. Let's see if we get the move. My last opponent aborted their game, Beaver, from Italy 3 years ago. So opponent plays c4, indicating they want the English defense. This is one of the, well, I could have played some other move here, but I just wanted to show that you can, for instance, if you have a Slav player, you can always try to force a Slav defense against the c4. If they want to, they could go for that funky variation of Caro-Kann, and that's exactly where we go. Now it could go to many different places, so we play d4. And now d4 would of course be the normal Panov variation, but instead they play this, where, okay, white has an extra pawn, which I could of course take back with the queen instantly. But the downside is that we get hit by the knight. I have to move the queen away. They move the knight again. Okay, they have the isolated pawn, but they already have like two knights developed, while I have nothing. So instead, I think the best way is to go and grab the pawn with the knight, which has of course its downsides, which my opponent does not do. Well, there is always ways but the point is that some kind of a disruptive check forces black to put something in between, and then white can hang on to the pawn sometimes very long time. Here I don't think there is any reason why I could not snap the pawn instantly. I feel like I've seen this line very recently. Well, now, I mean, e6 is a move. Then we could take either way. Knight c6, of course, is a move too. I'm wondering what I feel like I have seen something like this very recently, where maybe it's bishop here and then I went here, something like that. I don't remember how it went. I just feel like going bishop g4 is super, like you want to maybe in general get the bishop outside the pawn here. But that is so greedy, and white is definitely ahead in them. Or already has pressure here, and then this is coming with tempo, and well, if we take here, then they can take here, and basically white has 2 pieces developed while I have again 0. I mean, I guess I could have something there, but it could be also very loosey-goosey here, exposed. Anyways, I think I'll just keep on developing. Expecting something like this, or maybe even that. I think then I probably have to play the e6. And then we are left with something. White has their isolated pawn. I have my problems with my light squared bishop. And they are of course still ahead that one move, because they are white here, and this comes with tempo. So technically they're gonna be ahead 2 moves. I mean, I don't know, this I could claim that this is some kind of developing move. Let's think. There's of course bishop e6 here. Threatening to take, but I think bishop e6, queen b3 with threats, and I don't think I have the knight a5 hitting these guys because of queen b4, and then it's very awkward to defend the knight, and by awkward I mean impossible. We can retreat here, but then they snag the pawn. We can take here, but they take back, and I am down a freaking piece. No good. Well, I guess this is also a legal move. Bishop retreats. I don't think he can take here, but like this always makes me nervous when I do this in any opening. Like maybe there is some weirdo sack and my king runs around like an idiot here, and then we see what's up. I mean, if I retreat here, then the check could be actually really painful. Maybe I have to retreat here and, well, who knows. Probably not worth it, but have to think about that. But I was gonna say that even here, I still don't think I can get the bishop out because of the old tactics of then the bishop chops here, I'll take here, knight gives me a check, and then he snacks my bishop. So I don't know why I wouldn't play e6 anyways, because I find it very hard to bring the bishop out. But we can check afterwards if there is some feasible way. I mean, there might be, but it's always scary. All right, so now we have an IQB situation. This is very close to my last game I played yesterday, where I had played, well, my opponent had knights here and here. I already have the knight here, which might or might not be a good for our chances. Of course, now he also is able to take at the moment here. Of course, I could say no and go here. But I was mean that if he ever takes, then we both have an IQ piece. Of course, neither one is on the open file in that situation, so it's not horrible. I'll just develop. Normal move. Don't be weird. Yesterday's game, the knights were this way. I had the a5 played though. Here it's not obvious which is the best. Or that white should ever play a4. I mean, maybe I play a6 and threaten b5 and... Well, the knight being here, it's a bit weird. Usually you don't want to jump the knight in front of the pawn. I mean, it takes away the one possibility from white that they could push the pawn and trade it off. I'm gonna claim that the takes is still not that great. Like if you take with the bishop, then I have the bishop pair and you open my bishop up. Great. If you take with the knight, at least I get the tempo on the bishop, and then again we can bring out the bishop and be happy. Is there some funny business here? Like, is white threatening takes? No, because I have the knight here, so I can freely at the moment take them back with the queen in the end. But it might be a case if I, for instance, go hunting the bishop, that they could actually chop here and then chop here like twice, and then I take here. My bishop is no longer defended, so this hunting the bishop move maybe not so good. Of course, I could be normal person and move the bishop away from f6, to f6, which is of course a bit weird square, but also kind of good, because it does put the pressure, and I would breathe. Oh, how stupid would it be to sidestep the attacks here and then go bishop f6, instantly threatening to win a pawn. Assume bishop b3 looks normal, bishop here. I guess he can then push. I'll chop, they chop. I'll chop, 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 chop. I mean, not horrible. Unless we do have a bishop takes fc3 at some point in the between though, hitting the rook and then taking here. So I'm not sure they can play it there. Of course they could just defend the pawn. Then we could snack on. Except I couldn't snack on anything if my knight is here. So that's of course a normal move. Here, here, here. Let's say bishop here. Blocks the rook. The downside of course is that I make this guy coming out even harder though. There is no way I can go here if I have a knight blocking the pawn. I could try a6, maybe threatening to play b5, but I assume he can also probably play knight e5. Good or bad, who knows. Oh, I'll go here with this plan. Wait, I did it in the wrong order. Well, hopefully it doesn't matter, but I mean, now we are threatening this, and we already have the knight here, so maybe this is like the right order. But of course, he can now take here if he wishes for. Of course, then I am on a, well, I'm on a bishop. If he takes the knight, so we get the pre-move. So still probably same applies that it's not good. And if he goes threaten that. Yeah, I did it in a stupid freaking order though. Stupid freaking order, for sure. That is so stupid. How big of a threats are these coming? Takes and go here. Or some order like take here, they go here. My queen is squeezed very hard, but it's maybe not trapped. Or also, it's probably not good at all. I hate my life for moving this move here first. I do this way too often nowadays. Just like I'm thinking of something, then I think something else, then decide, nah, let's do the original thing, and I do it in the wrong order, not paying attention. So if I go knight a5 takes, and I have to take this way. And they can take, I'll go here, they go here. I don't think that's gonna be killing me. Of course they can also maybe go here, but doubtful that's too dangerous. Okay, I'll do a6. I'm not sure what that does, but I mean, obviously I'm trying to push b5 or something and get the bishop involved, but this was such a dummy move. Well, out of wheat, if I take with the queen, am I trapped here? Bishop here. I have to go here, here. Bishop is gonna go here. I have to do something sad with f5. I mean, of course I can just take here. The downside, of course, is that we're gonna get pinned very hard, and now I don't have a light squared bishop. Also, I lost my bishop pair. It sucks a lot. Of course, it's some trades that happened that we are closer to the end game. Trade should always benefit the side. Oh, he's giving me a tempo there. I think I'll go here anyways. Like if I go too early here, he can maybe go there and annoy my rook first. I can't take it because of the pin. Now I'm kind of wishing to go here. So this at least is working. Alright, so I'll do it. On a pawn, on the bishop. Wonder if I should do it though. Because I'm definitely making his pieces go where they are planning to probably go eventually anyways. Now bishop goes here, queen goes here, threatens mate, and since I don't have dark squared bishop, it's gonna be very freaking hard to pull off that. He can't get rid of the knight with the a3 and then put the queen here. Of course we are on, like we would be defending the knight so we can play g6 and get out of the pin, but this is a lot of pain. A lot of pain for no gain. Well, let's think about one thing though. I do have an option here to go very freaking greedy and grab here and grab here. That is idiotic on so many different levels, so should we do it? I have a loose knight here. The moment there is no rook pins there and there, I am technically defending this, but I'm not at all sure I will survive that. Open board, bishop pair, and my queen is very exposed. On the other hand, if you are greedy, you can get away with a lot of crap. I wonder if there's something like an instant refutation I don't see. Like rook d1. I'll try it because I don't see it, and if I don't see it, I'll try it. But I see it ideas. I'm on this pawn. And also I may be going here to try to trade them. What Chuma calls them away. So into the fire we go. I'd be very surprised if computer doesn't show some kind of a win for white in here. So my entire plan in world wants to go here. This looks a little too deep even for me. Go grab another pawn. Even though we are here, I think I'll try this one though. I don't think he can, like, my point was that he can't really hit my knight, which is loose, even though it's not really loose. I just saw a big problem in my problems. Do you see my problems? I cannot go here. Fudge. Queen takes, or sorry, queen takes, knight takes. That's like a easy fork. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can't really oh yeah, no. No. There's no counterattack I have anywhere. I thought like I can defend the knights together, but that is just not the case. So if I take here, I'm just dead. I like assume some rook movement. Where does the queen go? Can't go to the corner. There's no squares anywhere. It's just instantly trapped there. I banked on the fact that I could get away with this move here. But yeah, takes here. 8-6. It just takes and takes. I could get a few pawns for it, but that's just not gonna cut it. Yeah, I don't see why I'm not completely done here. I can retreat somewhere and let this happen, but so easy. You are such a blind man. Okay, maybe, but yeah, I don't really see it. How I could survive this attack here, ever. probably, actually probably, again, a wrong square to go to. I suppose it's just gonna check me and... I mean, somehow wins this, or I have to play f5 and then he wins this, and then it's just done. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, do I have any other ways to defend this than the f5 here? I don't think so. Or you can take it that way. Fine. Oh, do you? Let's see if he falls for the backrank checkmate here. Last trick. Doesn't do anything, to be honest. Bishop can take. Get out of this. Well, also I'm completely lost anyway, so let's just resign. Let's look at that. Yeah, that was a stupid thing to blunder there. I made some really stupid moves, even though computer doesn't hate this move, but... Yeah, this just loses. I thought I can get away with this, but yeah, it's not gonna... There's just no way out of this mess here. Somehow I hallucinated that I can connect the rooks in, or the knights in some way, but... Of course the knight is no longer here. And then it doesn't matter where I go. And this is pretty much... I feel like the queen is just trapped here, yeah. Oh, there's not much to be seen in this game. My opponent played all the right moves and didn't make a single mistake and won. I made one, and that was enough. Horrible move, horrible move. I could just bring this guy out here and be fine, even though, I mean, it's probably fine. Even if we are playing against the bishop pair. But I was greedy and, well, did not see it. Oh well. Oh well. We were supposed to look at something in the beginning. So knight c6 is the main line here. Bishop b5 is the most played move here. Bishop c4. And then this has been played the second most popular. Knight b6 is a little more popular, but... Oh, then you could maybe sneak the bishop out, question mark. But not here. Just f5. They play d4, we can go e6. Yeah. Then it doesn't matter that I have the knight here. I think I might have played this way in some point, but... There's no worries with this guy anymore. I don't think d5 is gonna be such a problem here. We'll just take. And be happy here. Yeah. Anyways, that was horrible. Until next time.